Chosen one, you were marked, set apart, reserved. You were never meant to blend in because you were designed to stand out, not for applause, but for purpose. You weren't made for the illusion. You were born to expose it. The aching, the restlessness, the nights you couldn't sleep, not because of fear, but because something unspoken kept rising in you. Have you ever felt like you're the only one awake in a world full of sleepwalkers? Have you ever felt like the systems, beliefs, and values that others hold on to just don't resonate with you at all? You've got a unique perspective. You really connect with your emotions on a deeper level. While others go along with the illusion, you have this gut feeling that there's something more, something lurking just below the surface. You're spot on. You've been holding on to this secret knowledge your entire life, this special awareness that was never really meant to be passed along. It was something to hold on to in memory. In this video, I'm excited to take you on a journey through some truths that have been hidden for centuries, truths that the world might not be prepared for, but you totally are. Let's dive into why you've always stood out, how just being around you changes the vibe, and what it is about you that shakes up the illusion meant to keep others in the dark. Before we dive in, I just want to take a moment to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported this message with the Super Thanks feature. It really means a lot. It's your generosity that keeps these insights coming. You're doing more than just donating. You're helping to wake up chosen ones all around the globe. And whether you've donated or not, just keep this in mind. I'm really thankful that you're here. It's great to have you here. Your spirit is important. Your voice really matters, even if you don't realize it. If you're already feeling that energy, and your spirit is in tune, and you think this message is for you, go ahead and take some powerful action. Feel free to share your thoughts below. Get ready. Once you see through the illusion, there's no turning back. The ones picked by God, the secrets that are kept about you. Why do you see through the illusion? The one who was picked. Have you ever thought about why your mind seems to feel older than you actually are? Have you ever wondered why you notice patterns that others overlook or can sense when someone is being deceptive, even when everyone else seems to take things at face value? It's fascinating to think about how this ability has been around since the dawn of humanity, long before we had language, borders, or organized religion. A stream of sacred knowledge quietly flowed through creation. It didn't come from human-made systems, nor was it created in libraries or just talked about in the halls of temples. This was straight-up wisdom right from the source. It wasn't just something to be learned, you know. It was something to hold on to in memory. So, you, the chosen one, came into this world with memories already in your mind. You didn't just happen to come across this knowledge. It's neither something I've studied, nor an idea I've borrowed from someone else. It's like it's stitched right into the fabric of who you are. While others were given doctrines and ideologies to memorize, you arrived in this world with truth already resonating in your spirit. You're not just getting the information. The truth is what shapes you. Your mind is like a living scroll. Your heart is like a divine compass. Isn't it clear now why you never really fit into the systems, the roles, or the stories that the world tried to impose on you? As the prophet Jeremiah once wrote, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you even came into this world, I had a special plan just for you. I've chosen you to be a prophet for the nations." Jeremiah 1, verse 5. This verse is more than just something from the past. This is your life story. You've got this unique vision and purpose right from the start, along with insights that many people might never even think to explore. While others are on a quest for meaning through gurus, politics, and social validation, you've got the answers already igniting in your heart. You know, there's definitely a reason why everything around you seems so loud, so fake, and just a bit off. It's not only because you pay attention, you see things they just can't. The trick of it all. Have you ever thought that maybe the reason you feel a bit out of place is that you were never really meant to fit in completely here? Your reaction to reality is different from others because you perceive a different version of it. Your clarity isn't arrogance. It's all about being in tune with that divine insight. Your perception is a unique gift, not a flaw. Think about Joseph for a moment. He was sold into slavery by his own brothers and misunderstood because of his prophetic dreams. But despite all that, he managed to rise up and become a ruler in a foreign land. Hey, you know what? You've got this wisdom that others might try to overlook, but they can't really get rid of it. It's there to stay. Joseph didn't pick up his gift while he was in Pharaoh's palace. He took it along with him, even into the pit. You do too. You really light up in situations that could have brought you down. Why is that? It's like you can see what's hidden behind the curtain. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness hasn't been able to beat it. John 1, verse 5. Your inner light isn't just a flicker. It's a timeless flame that just won't go out. While some might shy away from the darkness, you're the one who lights up the space. Even when you're feeling uncertain and like you don't quite fit in, keep this in mind. It's not that you're lost. It's like you were discovered in a world that's still dreaming. Your presence is a bit disruptive, not in a bad way, but because it's genuine. Let's think about Harriet Tubman. She didn't have a formal education. She might not have had scrolls of law or fancy degrees in theology, but she had a way of seeing, hearing, and knowing things that mattered. Even though many people laughed at her visions, they ended up guiding her to lead hundreds of enslaved individuals to freedom. She wasn't thinking like a man would. She was really in touch with divine guidance. Just like that, you might not have a title or any credentials, but you can still hold a compass that the world just can't figure out. When you talk, chosen one, folks can sense something old and powerful awakening inside them. What's the reason for that? Your words aren't just opinions, they're just little reminders, thinking back to who they were before the world shaped their identity. Thinking about Eden, what comes through your voice is more than just wisdom. It's like a sound bouncing around in God's throne room. So, the advocate, the Holy Spirit, that the Father will send in my name, is going to teach you everything and remind you of all the things I've said to you. Check out John 14, verse 26. What you sense bubbling up inside when you speak the truth, that's not your ego. That's the Holy Spirit working in you. People seem to be hooked on illusions these days. People seem to be looking for distractions, quick fixes, and a constant stream of noise. But you, the chosen one, are the one who shakes things up. You change things up. What do you think makes some people drawn to you like a magnet, while others seem to pull away as if they've been burned? It's not about how you sound. It's about how often you connect. You smell like a piece of paradise in a world hooked on fake scents. They really have no idea how to handle that. Imagine Nikola Tesla, a guy who was so far ahead of his time that people thought he was a bit crazy. But Tesla wasn't out of their mind. He just looked past what people usually understand. He once mentioned, if you're looking to uncover the secrets of the universe, consider energy, frequency, and vibration. Doesn't that seem like you? You really notice what's going on underneath it all. You can sense what's left unsaid. Your spirit sees right through the illusion. It just can't be fooled. A regular person just can't wrap their head around the things of God because they seem silly to them, and he can't really get them since they require a spiritual understanding. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 14. This verse sheds light on why a lot of people struggle to understand you. You were never meant to be understood by just the body, but rather to be recognized by the Spirit. You're not here to fit in. You're here to face challenges, not through aggression, but with a clear perspective. You're not just going along with what everyone else does. You're paving the way for something greater, something heavenly. Check out Jeanne d'Arc, a teenage girl who doesn't have an army, political power, or any clear reason to take the lead. She listened to God, felt a surge of passion, and transformed the direction of a nation. She found her courage not in what the world thought of her, but in the quiet, divine whispers that resonated deep within her soul, just like you are. When folks brush you off, make you feel small, or say you're just too much, hey, Just keep in mind, that's what they told every chosen one that came before you. They teased Noah for constructing the ark while the sun was shining. They made fun of Jesus for hanging out with outcasts and telling stories in parables. But you know what? These were the folks who noticed what others missed and actually did something about it. We live by faith, not by what we see. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. While most people focus on headlines, you focus on deeper insights. You don't just react to the news. You really take the time to understand what's going on. When your presence shakes things up, when your questions challenge the norm, and when your insights seem heavy, don't pull back, stand up straight. You're not here to just fit in. You're here to wake up. You're not out of touch with reality. You're absolutely divine. Have you ever thought about how people respond to you? Before you even say anything, their eyes are already on you. Their posture changes. Some people get defensive right away, while others seem to relax as they've finally found a safe space. Have you ever thought about what they might be picking up on? It really isn't about what you're wearing, what your resume says, or how you sound. It's something more profound, something ancient, something they can't quite put into words. They're really sensing the impact of your attention. It's a bit unsettling for them, not because you've done anything wrong, but because just being around you makes them face something they've been trying really hard to avoid. The truth, you, the chosen one, really bring it to life. You don't just share wisdom, you really shine with it. You hold on to the hidden, the timeless, the raw spirit of what people have left behind. In a world full of illusions, you end up being a living contradiction. The Word of God is alive and kicking, sharper than any double-edged sword out there. It evaluates what's going on in our hearts and minds. Check out Hebrews 4 verse 12. This is the impact you create. No need to judge them at all. Your presence makes them think twice. You bring their conscience to light, even when they've done their best to hide it away. What do you think makes people feel both attracted to you and a bit scared at the same time? Why do some people share their deepest truths with you so quickly, while others seem to shut you out for no reason? It's not really about what they're consciously thinking. It's all about that inner spirit of theirs, seeing what you have inside you. The chosen ones have always been a mix of safety and chaos. Imagine someone like Alan Turing, a genius who figured out the Nazi Enigma code and saved countless lives, yet faced persecution for being unique. People just couldn't wrap their heads around the vastness of what he understood or the way he viewed things. He got in trouble for being ahead of his time. Just like you, his wisdom didn't just fix issues, it shook things up. So, the world really came down on him for that. Your mere presence challenges the very fabric of illusions. Many folks have spent years, or even their whole lives, building a version of reality that feels secure to them. They just don't want to look into whether it's actually real. They really want to think it works. People have found solace in what society has said, believing that success is all about fitting in, that truth comes from established institutions, and that questioning authority is off limits. When you step into the room with clarity in your eyes and peace in your steps, you can feel something inside them start to crack. They just can't figure out why they're feeling so uneasy. Some people might say you're arrogant. Some people might think you're a bit too intense. What they're actually experiencing is their own delicate perspective starting to shake a bit. The stories they've spun for themselves can't hold a candle to the light you bring. Jesus once said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Check out John 8, verse 32. Freedom can feel pretty scary, especially when you've gotten used to being in chains. What do you think made the religious elite fear Jesus? He didn't take down the empire with weapons. He just laid out the truth. Truth breaks down deception just like a lion rips through a curtain. You're taking that same route again. The more you live your truth, the more pushback you might get. It's not that you're wrong, it's just that you're right in a way that's a bit too much for them to take in. You're not just responding on the surface, you're getting it straight from the source. You've got some deep thoughts going on. Your questions can be quite risky. Your insight really cuts through, doesn't it? While some might just hear noise, you're able to spot the patterns in it. While they might call it a coincidence, you see it as a message from the divine. As they hang around waiting for the truth to be revealed, you're the one picking up on what's really going on beneath the surface. Your presence tends to make people feel a bit uneasy, even before you say anything. Your silence carries a weight, your gaze shows a shift, and there's a depth to your energy that's truly unique. When people are around you, they sense something really old and profound. They just can't put it into words. People might refer to it as vibe or energy, but what they're really sensing is the vibration of truth. Truth that remains pure, untouched by fear or control. Truth that came to you through your spiritual heritage. The truth that everyone seems to want to forget, but your soul just won't let it fade away. The Spirit of Truth is here to lead you to all truth. He won't talk by himself. He'll only say what he hears. John 16, verse 13. The sounds you pick up in the quiet aren't just in your head. It's a real eye-opener. It's that subtle understanding that guides your choices. It's that feeling you get when something just doesn't sit right, even though everything seems okay on the outside. That's the Spirit showing what's always been a part of you. It's interesting how some people just seem to be attracted to you, even if they can't quite put their finger on why. They really want your advice, your presence, and your wisdom, even if they act like they don't get what you're saying. Their souls know you even before their minds catch up. It's really not about being popular. It's all about resonance. You resonate with something special, something timeless, something real, and people can sense it. Have you ever noticed how some people are drawn to you like a lighthouse, while others seem to pull away as if they've been burned? Hey, it's really not on you. That's the real deal. And the truth really rattles those who have based their identity on something that's not real. Some folks just aren't quite ready to wake up yet. Your presence really pushes them to face what they've been dodging. Have you ever thought about Emily Dickinson? She was this quiet poet who hardly ever stepped outside her home, but her verses packed more spiritual depth than a lot of sermons out there. She didn't go after the crowd. She didn't require a stage. Her strength came from within, and that strength lasted long after she was gone. Just like you, she wasn't really meant for everyone to get her. She was supposed to send out frequencies that only those who were awakened could pick up. Absolutely. The Word of God is vibrant and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword. It evaluates what's going on in our hearts and minds. Hebrews 4 verse 12. You don't just talk, you really get to the point. When you speak from that genuine place of alignment, your words have a power that can really change the vibe around you. You've probably come across it. Your words can really bring a room to a hush. It wasn't just that you raised your voice, it was that your voice had real meaning behind it. That's the reason you experienced rejection. It wasn't that you were missing anything, it was just that your clarity forced people to face what they preferred to ignore. That's why some folks might say you're a bit intense, a little too much, or maybe even too sensitive. Your sensitivity is a gift, your spiritual sight is like a sword, and your depth really shines a light on their denial. So, let's talk about Carl Jung, the famous psychoanalyst who wasn't afraid to dive into ideas like archetypes, the collective unconscious, and spiritual integration, even in a time when science was pretty strict. His friends thought he had gone a bit crazy, but he really hadn't. He had stumbled upon something they weren't quite prepared for. He looked past the ego's illusion and into the deeper forces that shape our human experience. Just like you, he wasn't just looking at people on the surface, he was waking them up. So, let's get to the heart of the matter. Have you thought about what you've been holding on to all this time? Do you get that your uniqueness is what makes you special? Your depth shapes your destiny, right? So, you think your judgment is pretty special. This isn't about putting on a show of spirituality. This isn't really about what's trendy or how it looks. This is all about being a vessel of eternal truth in a world that seems to forget it. You don't have to be on a stage to share your message. You are the message. Teaching doesn't require a title. Your life teaches you everything you need to know. You really don't need their approval. You've already got the green light from heaven. You're the light of the world. You can't hide a city that's perched on a hill. Matthew 5 verse 14. You were always meant to stand tall, to embrace your full self, and to break free from fitting in. You were meant to shine, to spark, to bring to life. It's not about what people approve of or how society shapes things. It's got a divine origin, a prophetic vibe, and its impact lasts forever. You know, the frequency you have is one of a kind and can't be duplicated. The insights that come from deep within you can't be bought. And the truth that's part of who you are can't be wiped away by people, systems, or fear. Even if they try really hard to silence you, that inner strength of yours is already awake and ready to shine. The blueprint is all set and ready to go. The light has already come through. This awakening is here to stay. Just stay true to who you are. Step confidently into your purpose and share openly from the deep well of truth that resides within you. You're more than just another voice. You're like a frequency, a vibration, a movement meant to rattle the foundations of deception and wake up those who are still sleeping. Thanks to each of you who has been on this journey with me. Thanks for being you, for showing up, for your quest for truth, and for having the guts to tackle what a lot of people would rather overlook. This message was always more than just information. It was like looking in a mirror, a way to confirm things. And for a lot of people, it felt like coming home. If this journey has touched your heart, inspired you, or sparked something within, I'd love for you to consider supporting the mission by donating through the Super Thanks button. Your kindness really helps this message keep going, growing, and connecting with more people around the globe. Regardless of your decision to give or not, I want you to understand this from the bottom of my heart. I'm really thankful to be on this journey with you. Having you around is truly a gift that's hard to describe. So, here's my last little blessing for you. Hope that every hidden truth inside you comes to the surface. Here's to letting go of all those false limitations. Hope your voice gets stronger, your vision becomes sharper, and your path shines even brighter. I hope the God who called you keeps you safe. Hope the light you carry inspires nations. And may your soul always remember it was meant to change the world. You're not by yourself. You're right about that. You've been picked. And the world still hasn't seen the amazing person you're turning into.